What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Daily Stack Report. And today's headline was driven by melt up in precious metals. Gold and silver both ripped to new records, and the reason matters as much as the price. If you want daily updates that explain what moved the market and what it means for stackers and collectors, hit subscribe now, because in a week like this, the story changes fast. Do you think this is a one-day panic bid or the start of the next leg higher, guys? Are we seeing the path to 100 unfold right in front of us? That's what we're going to cover today on today's episode. So here's what happened today. This is a clean read. Risk assets wobbled, safe havens caught a bid, and precious metals benefited. Gold surged to a fresh record. Spot gold was up around 1.6% to 4,666 after touching 4,689. Silver outperformed even harder. Spot silver jumped about 4% to roughly $93.50 after tagging $94.08. And here today in the new trading, we hit $94.72. So guys, that is huge. That's not a normal day. That's the market screaming. Uncertainty just got repriced. As we search over here to the US Mint, we can see that they have just repriced everything to 173, and as it stands, the only 2026 Silver Eagle that is available, pulling up. You guys scroll all the way down. These are all 2025s. We have one American Eagle 2026, 1 ounce silver, enhanced uncirculated for $169. And it says coming soon. So guys, it's not even available to order yet. And there's a household order limit of 10 of them. So you can only buy 10 per household, which isn't even a full roll. That's half a roll right there. A 2024 is 169. A 2023 is 169. I want to say I saw 2022 somewhere in the distance. Here it is. 2022 American Eagle, $169, guys. So that is huge. Now again, these are 1 ounce silver uncirculated proof coins, so keep that in mind when you're searching. Let's go back over to our trading view right here, as we're currently sitting at $93.94. Now the why, and this is where you sound like a finance major to all of your friends, or guys, when you try to talk about this and trying to break it down to them, they're going to think, man, like, did you take a course on finance or something? Like, how do you know all of this? No, I just listened to the Daily Stack Report, because we speak facts over here. Reuters and MarketWatch both tied today's breakout to a very specific geopolitical trade shock. President Trump threatening new tariffs on multiple European nations unless Greenland is sold to the U.S. Whether people think it's political threat or not, markets react to the risk of retaliation and instability, and that's what we saw. Stocks sold off on futures, the dollar softened against haven currencies, and money rotated into safety, gold and silver included. So when headlines start moving markets again like this, do you treat metals as a trade or as insurance? That's something that I would like for you guys to answer in the comments. Let me know what you think. Let's break down the structure. Today's spot gold was around 4,666, while U.S. gold futures were around 4,671. That's a small premium in futures, totally normal, and it suggests that the market is pricing forward demand with typical carry costs, not screaming dislocation. Silver spot price surged to $93.50 after an intraday record of $94.08. Silver's outperformance matters because it compresses the gold to silver ratio. Reuters specifically pointed out silver's strong outperformance and that some analysts still prefer gold's stability long term. So are you watching the gold-silver ratio right now? And if it keeps dropping, at what point do you trade some of your silver in for gold? Or do you trade your silver for gold? That's a good question. I believe if it hits 20 to 1, I'll probably trade in to get a couple ounces of gold. I have a good amount of silver, and at 20 to 1, that just almost seems like a steal. It almost seems like a steal when it was 100 to 1. It was like, man, you got to get some silver at that point when that record's that high, 100 to 1 gold to silver ratio. I definitely picked up silver, and so if it goes down to 20 to 1, then hey, I basically just got 5 free ounces of gold for that 100 ounces of silver that I picked up. So keep that in mind, guys. Hey, if you like this kind of breakdown, headlines, price structures, and stackers takeaway, hit like and subscribe. It helps the channel and tells YouTube to push this to other stackers, guys. We do this every day that the market's open. Try to keep you guys as informed as possible into what's happening in the headlines, what spot prices are, future prices, and typically we go over to our trusted sources like SD Bullion, JM Bullion, and APMEX, and stay tuned because we do have an update from APMEX today that we'll go over here in a little bit. But let's get on some news for some stackers and numismatics. Let's see, for you stackers, this is your bullion mindset. This is going to be your takeaway. Big record days like this usually do 3 things in the physical market. Premiums widen, inventory tightens, and the paper price versus the real price can temporarily diverge. So if you're buying today, the key isn't just spot, it's your out-the-door cost. For numismatics, the numismatics angle is that a silver spike can lift demand for classic U.S. silver coinage, Morgan dollars, peace dollars, and even nicer circulated 90%ers. But the value split still matters. And so, guys, with that, I would be very cautious in selling your 90% right now because a lot of refineries just aren't taking it. They aren't wanting to buy that 90%. So dealers are getting it at a steal right now because of that fact. So they're buying it for what they could have bought it last year. I've talked to numerous dealers, and they're buying a 90% Morgan dollar, peace dollar, a junk one, not, an MS65, nothing like that, but a junk, cold out Morgan or peace dollar. They're purchasing them from anywhere from $30 to $50 per coin, when in reality the coin is worth around $69 to $75 right now. That's right, about $69 to $75, and they're buying them for about $30 to $50 because they have to take that risk of selling it because the refineries are not buying it from them immediately. So that's a huge risk that they're taking. So they're getting a huge advantage on the buying side of that. So if you can hold on to it for now. That would be my recommendation. Obviously, if you have to go and sell it, you have to go and sell it. Do what's best for you and your stacking purposes. But if you're asking me, I'm holding on to all of my 90%, and I'm searching for deals for 90% because I do believe that those premiums, they will come back, and we will see that premium on 90% silver again. It's just right now in the current market, it's not there. The premium's just not there right now. So keep that in mind, guys. Now let's go over to, we already showed you the U.S. Mint, how they're selling them for $169, and that's a 2022. I was actually at the Houston Money Show this weekend, and I had a bunch of 2013 Silver Eagles, and I traded them for 2026. I found a couple dealers there that had the 2026 Silver Eagles, and I went ahead and traded those. I did have to pay about $8 per Eagle. So in total, I got 2 rolls, and that was about $320 that I had to trade up just to get the 2026. But the way that things are looking right now, I'm betting high on those 26s. I mean, no, you can't even buy them right now, and premiums are shooting up through the roof on the Eagles. And my average cost on those 2013s, oh man, it's cheap. It's like $40, $50. I think the highest one I bought was like $70. And so even at that, my average cost goes from 40 to 50, 70 to 80. So I really didn't see it as that. The risk reward, it was there for me. I saw a higher reward than a risk on that trade. So I did trade up for some 2026 Eagles. And if we go over here to, now we're on APMEX. APMEX just released, let's read this letter. They just released that if you are looking to sell anything to APMEX, so on their purchasing side, they have a $10,000 minimum. So your silver has to at least be worth $10,000. For everyone that's thinking, that's about 110 ounces right there. So unless you have about 110 ounces, you're not going to be able to sell to a company like APMEX right now. And on the purchasing side, so when you're buying it, the consumer, the stacker, your order needs to be at least $500. So you can't just go buy 1, 2, 3, or 4. You have to purchase at least 5 ounces from them, or $500, whichever way it rolls. That's what you have to do right now. And so let's kind of test that for a second. So if we go to silver coins, let's go American Eagles. APMEX does have some. Let's see. They have the random years. And here we go. Where are they at? 2026. Here we go. 2026, 1 ounce American Silver Eagle. Right there. The cheapest you can get it for, if you're buying 1,500 of them, I mean, that's crazy, is 107. With checker wire, you're looking at 109.62, and credit cards 114. Silver's about $94 right now, so that's about a $15 premium. If you remembered, not just like 3 weeks ago, it was only about a $5 premium on the Silver Eagles. But even if we add this to cart right now, it tells us right here, at this time, due to exceptionally high volumes, APMEX is only accepting orders over $500 in value. Please accept our apologies. So, guys, it's like I couldn't even order one of these. I have to at least have $500 to spend on this website, which is absolutely crazy. Now let's see. Let's go over to some of the regular silver rounds, 1 ounce rounds. Right there, top pick, Buffaloes. So I don't see anything about the shipping. So if we're going to let's go to SD Bullion right now. Silver Eagles, here we go. So a 2026 Silver Eagle, anywhere from 110 to 113. So that's anywhere from $15 to almost $20 premium. Now, keep in mind with this, you can purchase just one of them if you so desire to. They don't have anything against that. It's just saying shipping delays will happen. And that's going to be pretty standard on anywhere we go. Let's go over to JM Bullion. High demand. Let's refresh this. They currently have it at 101. Yeah, 101.14 if you're buying 500 or more. For the average person, you're looking at 102 for e-check wire and 106. And now let's go over to the Silver Eagles 2026. Right here. As you can see, 2026 Silver Eagle, you're looking at 107.62. So that's 109 for just one to 114, just kind of depending on how you're paying for it. For as low as $12.99 per ounce over spot. All right, guys, which is crazy. And they're going to tell you right here, high demand will cause slight processing and shipping delays. We appreciate your payment. And it says it ships within 4 business days of cleared payment. So that's something new, too. So I feel like now, instead of them telling you, hey, it's not going to ship until January 25th, now they're adding in, it's going to ship within 4 days of cleared payment. That's new right there. So these are things, too, that you always have to check for, because they're always going to have some, different ways of kind of saying how their shipping is going to be delayed or when it's going to get shipped out. And right now, it's telling you got to have a cleared payment before we even think about shipping it. And on top of that, it's going to be 4 days. So that's very interesting to see. Let's see, silver recovering right here. Kind of seeing this dip. Now we did have, let's go into the chart. Let's go to the 1 day. Right here. Yep, we had a gap up from $90 all the way to $90.80 is where we opened at, and where we closed at last week was around $90.12. So there was almost a dollar gap up right there, but of course it shot up. Now, something that's interesting is that it did stabilize. I mean, it got beat down pretty good today, and every time it got beat down, You see these green candles now. I mean, I would even go as far as say is there were more red candles than there were green. It's just the green candles had bigger upside swings. Look at this right here. It got beat down really hard. In this moment, went from 93 all the way down to 92.55. Yeah, 93.62. So that's a whole dollar swing. And from there, I mean, it just kept going up. Went up to 94.12, got beat down to 93.55, and then it went all the way up to 94.67. And today, when futures open for the aftermarket hours, we had a new all-time high. It feels like we say that word every single day, but you got to call it how you see it, of 94.75. And so, guys, that's promising news that it is very resilient. So, I mean, something's going on right now that we just can't see and we don't know. We're trying to give you all the information that we can when it comes to the mint, even when it comes to Kitco. Kitco has that 93.77. We go to SD, we go to JM, we go to APMEX. We bring you all of the news as it's happening every single day. So, guys, make sure to hit that subscribe button. But here's what I'm looking for going into tonight/tomorrow, January 20th. Any escalation, retaliation talk from Europe, tariffs, countermeasures. I'm looking at the U.S. dollar trend. Today's safety rotation mattered because the dollar softened and the broader risk move. And whether silver holds above that psychological $90 region after the record point. So if silver does hold 90s, do you think we're going to get to 100 soon, or do you expect a violent pullback first? So, guys, answer that in the questions. Do you think we're going to hit $90 first or $100 first? I'd like to know what you guys think. But, hey, if you want daily metals coverage with real context, subscribe to the Daily Stack Report. Drop a comment. Are you stacking more gold or silver after today's record highs, and why? I'll feature a few responses in the next update. Until then, guys, stack smart, stay safe, and have a great day.